Welcome in, everybody. Everybody relax. We're here. Win Daily Sports. You got the three guys. You got Tony. You got Adam. You got Nick. Listen, fellas, it's 5 games. A lot of things coming in. We just wanted to make sure we get the right information out there. So everybody just calm down. Don't get fired up yet. Let me get you fired up. But nah, listen, I'll tell you one thing before we get started with this for this basketball thing. We got baseball coming up. And listen, I got to gloat a little bit. Right. So I don't know if anybody's seen that spring training game. And I know everybody going to say spring training, blah, blah, blah. Man, the Phillies look flaming. And I'm excited. So I got to say, Adam, I don't know. I know it's spring training, right? But the way Harper is smacking the ball, that, you got Mickey Moniak look like he might be a player. Bryson Stott, maybe like, I don't know, Adam, is the hype real? Am I getting a little
Listen, if you like 10 to 8 baseball games, welcome to Philadelphia Phillies baseball this year, because the offense is going to be very good.
Yes.
The pitching and the bullpen, I'm not sure on that end. That could get a little dicey. But I don't really care about that because I'm not a Phillies fan. So, I mean, hey, let's get some 10-8 games all season long. I'm cool. I don't need to play Phillies pitchers.
Let me ask you this, and Ghost, please interject. I'm curious because I did a prize pick show the other night.
I can't interject after reading this comment. I'm actually speechless. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
That may be comment of the season so far.
That's rough, man. I don't even know if I'd put. Would you put that? I don't know if I'd put that out there. I'm not even sure.
That's.
I'm not quite sure how to take that. I'm a little. It's like somebody just whipped in a fastball and is expecting a curve.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton, to call it something like that. But
yeah, we could go so many places with that rebuttal. It's like
very flat-footed in the box here.
I love it, man. I love it. Jimmy says no. It's stacked Philly games. Listen. Right. And let me ask you this, because I'm very curious, because I like making these bold statements. So I did the prize pick show specifically on the Angels because that lineup intrigues me a lot. And Adam, I'm picking Jarrett Walsh to have more home runs than Mike Trout in that lineup. Am I crazy?
Yes. Unless Mike Trout has another injury that costs him most of his season, I can't go there.
So what is your Mike Trout ceiling? Just I'll throw you on the spot for home runs. What's your ceiling this year?
Home runs?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's fully healthy, 40-ish, without kind of looking at career normals, everything like that. But
right,
he has a little bit of protection now with Ohtani. I do like Jared Walsh, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like people have kind of forgotten just how damn good Mike Trout is when he's on.
I don't know, man.
Not you.
No, I know.
Like even just doing like drafts and stuff. Like sometimes he's like very back end of the first round and everything. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna leave me to the back end of the first round, Mike Trout. I'm hammering that every time.
Yeah, he's still a young guy, right? He's still a young guy. So I just wanted to throw it out there. And before we get in the NBA, right? He says Walsh. Well, here's the thing, man. Walsh put up 29 last year with zero protection. He had Ohtani, right? I get it. But now you get Rendon back healthy. You get Trout back healthy.
Max Stassi can slug the baseball.
I like Stassi, right? And then you got
a lot of power in that lineup. There's a lot of power in that lineup.
Yeah, tons. So, I'm just saying, like, I don't think Trout's back 100%. That's my main point. Like, I think it's going to take him to like May or June to get back 100. And I think that knocks off about 7 home runs off of what he would previously get. And I think I'm bumping Jarrett Walsh up about 4 or 5. So I think Jarrett Walsh gets 35 home runs this year. That's probably
about right. That 30, 32, 35 range.
Yeah. I think Trout's 33, 34. So I don't know.
I gotta pull it up now because now I'm curious. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. His normal career season.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So as Adam's pulling it up, we'll get the NBA conversation flowing. So we go back and forth. There's only 5 games a night. Obviously, last night, man, I was so close last night again. Guys just disappointed. RJ Barrett just couldn't get one more in the hole. Looking forward, I'm going to see tonight. I had to deal with Adam on the TL talking about the Jokic MVP stuff again. So I'm going to try to completely disregard that again and stay off of Twitter during the games and just let Joel Embiid's game speak for himself tonight, even though, they're playing Detroit Pistons. I get it. But 5 games, you got the first game tipping off at 7, kind of a wide range, 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then Ghost is bedtime, 10 o'clock. We got the Lakers and the Utah game. But Ghost, did I hear you say you like Westbrook tonight? Is that what you were telling me?
I do, and I'm not going to be awake to see in case he does bad. So it's a win-win. I do like Westy tonight a lot, actually.
Westy pull it off tonight. That's the interesting part. Ivan says, I think Trout is going.
No, I'll stop you right there.
Wow.
No
way.
No.
I don't believe that.
Vlad's winning Triple Crown this year.
Yeah. Listen, I'm on the East Coast, and I don't sleep on Mike Trout. Remember, he's from Jersey. He's from Millersville, New Jersey. Not far from me. He is a machine. I get it. I'm not discounting him whatsoever. He's the face of the game, in my opinion. So I love that about him. But I don't know, man. Listen.
2019 was the last time he played mostly a full season. 134 games in 2019, 45 left the yard.
He was a stud. Still a stud.
I mean, I don't see Jared Walsh overcoming him, but I don't see him giving Vlad a run for his money either. I don't.
Yeah. Vlad's going to have a monster year. Glad could definitely approach 50 this year, I think.
100%.
Honestly.
He's like 25 pounds lighter, man.
He looks saying
he's in phenomenal shape.
He said, speaking of, I'm going to. I know. Relax. Listen, again, I ain't saying nothing personal. I'm just saying, we're good. We're good, 100%. But let's get into the court for tonight. 5 games, like we talked about. We'll see what's going on. Ghost, I'll go right to you first because we just talked about Westy. You got Westy. You got Giannis. Is that my man Brook Lopez that I was smashing last night? Is he in the court tonight?
Yeah, he is. It's way too cheap. 3,900.
Yep.
Brooklyn's they're obsessed with getting to the hoop for some reason, even though they have really good shooters around them. And it's just going to the hoop. Brook Lopez is going to be there standing waiting for you. So it's going to be with some wide open threes. Brooklyn has to collapse of the paint, at least 2-3 guys to at least attempt to get in Giannis's way. Lopez is going to be floating around that perimeter all night long. So I like Brook Lopez a lot, and he'll be able to eat on the glass also. Talked about Westbrook. Giannis is just play Giannis. It's what it is. I'm not giving any explanation for that. If you feel the need for one, just type in anything regarding Giannis and go see why you want to play him.
Listen, if he's playing 38 minutes the rest of the way to kind of get ready for the playoffs, try and lock up that one seed.
That's exactly what I wrote to. You get 28 minutes. You get 28 minutes of Giannis, and he could lead an NBA slate in scoring. Now he's going to play 36, 37, and in the playoffs he's going to hit 40, 41 too.
Exactly.
Just play, man. And then I'm going back to Kevin Love. I'll gladly take the discount. It's a gross overreaction on both sides. They one game where he just couldn't hit a shot very well, and it was exactly that. That's why he had to come off the court. It was because his shot wasn't really dropping, and tonight it's a matchup against
anything else.
Well, that's exactly it, right? Like he's not at this stage in his career. It's not like he's going to attack the glass. Like he can't be that kind of contributor anymore. So it's nothing against him. It's just that's at the stage of that career, and you see it with a lot of players around the league. But tonight you get that Swiss cheese of a defense in Atlanta, and it's awfully enticing. No John Collins, Clint Capella basically can't move from the restricted area, or else he gets cooked. So I like Kevin Love on the outside a lot. It's going to be a lot of Darius Garland on the drive and a lot of kickouts to Kevin Love. If the shot's dropping, we're in for a big night. If it's not,
you can go to bed early with Ghost.
That's what it is. You could join me on join my bedtime schedule and hit the hit the bed early and you wake up, have a good sleep, and tomorrow it's a new day. That's what it is.
What I would recommend against though is when Ghost did say put anything in. If you're not sure, search and Google Giannis. What I would say is don't Google Greek Freak. I did that by accident one time.
Yeah, I
And
10 on 10 would not recommend that.
yeah,
but
don't
if
recommend.
you
Don't
actually
type
Google
in Greek
Giannis
Freak.
Antetokounmpo,
You might not get
This
what
is
you thought.
yeah.
That's
If you actually type in Giannis Antetokounmpo, if you feel the need to have it explained why you need to play Giannis at this point of the season,
yeah. No.
Late
Oh,
season
fuck.
NBA show, folks. We're slightly off the rails here.
Yeah, man, we're having some fun, man. Jay says, I love that. Jay said this on Sirius. We were battling up. And he says, I love Vlad, but losing weight doesn't always guarantee success like Vegan Prince Fielder. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
going
still Vlad.
I'm not going to, but this dude, like he says, he doesn't say Vlad still mashes that. Listen, this is not, Prince Fielder was a softball hitter. Vlad is a hitter, bro. Like he is a major league baseball hitter. So I have full belief that this dude's going to approach 50 this year, and he's going to be a damn web gem every single night, which I can't wait for. 100%. Fielder didn't have the same bat speed as Vlad. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I don't think he had the same power potential. To be honest with you, lefties, unfortunately, righties, go through history. I think righties are more powerful, even even as the big time lefties. I mean, you make a case for Barry Bonds, right? But I don't want to get into a steroid conversation. But that you see, well, you can't see, but he's in the back. He's still one of my favorites of all time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Adam, I'm sure it's going to kind of look almost the same. Three or four, except my man Malik's in there. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not playing Westbrook, I want to play one of the Lakers at the very least. And we kind of talked about it the last slate. Malik Monk has to take shots. Anthony Davis isn't back till tomorrow. We saw he can get hot because Malik Monk wasn't doing very much the first quarter and a half of that game, and he ended up burying like 5-6 threes, 40 DK. 5,500 is not representative of his ceiling in this environment. If the Lakers can even stay within 30, he needs to be doing some type of scoring. Ghost talked about everybody else, and there's two names that I'm going to mention just, if you want to work them in. The first for me is I can't fit two of the big name studs in, the highest price guys. I really want to go back to the well with Paul George. I understand they really don't have a whole lot to play for. The Clippers are pretty much stuck where they're at as far as seeding goes. But you're about a week, 10 days away from Paul George needing to play 40 minutes in a play-in game. So I think his conditioning is still important here. I think he's still underpriced for potential, and we saw it last game just in 30 minutes. I don't really expect him to shoot quite as lights out as he did, especially from three-point range, but he's still underpriced. And the one guy, you want to do this only in MME, only in 3 max or more, because he's either going to destroy this slate or he's going to flop for like 15 points, and it's Clint Capella. He's 6,200. Cleveland has no rim protection. Mobley is out.
I thought you were going to say Kyrie. I was waiting for you to hype up my boy.
No, I mean, I have some wagers on Kyrie, so it's kind of my exposure there because he's not going to continue shooting. I put that in the article today. He's like 17 of 59 in the last 4 or 5 games, something like that. It's Kyrie. His shot's going to start falling again here soon. But Capella's a guy that can go for 40, 45. I know people are probably going to look at the minutes and be like, oh, we only played 20 last night. Look at the couple games before that. He can go up to 31, and they knew they were on a back-to-back. And don't forget, they were cooking OKC last night by 30, 35 points. There was no reason to run Clint Capella on the floor. This game should be a lot more competitive. I think you get 30, 32 minutes with no rim protection from the Cleveland side.
Yeah, listen, not to beat a dead horse, but we've been continuing to talk about, whether it be conditioning, getting ready for the playoffs, whether it be resting for the playoffs, whether it be coming back from injury and getting acclimated back to the court. I mean, this is the time you're going to see all these moves. And I'll tell you, man, you're right. I'm PG-13. Listen, I'm a huge, you'll like this, Ghost. So I wrote an article probably 3 years, maybe 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago. For PhillyInfluence.com, and I said I would trade Ben Simmons for Paul George straight up, and I got blasted What are you, crazy? Out of your mind? You're going to give up a young. Listen, I'm in win now mode. Like, I wanted a superstar. Like, I was willing because I didn't think Ben was going to amount to anything. And listen, case in point, he may now, but who knows? But he hasn't. And PG-13, I wanted to give us the Kawhi experience that Toronto had. Bring the guy in, take you over the top, elevate you, grab the title. So again, didn't work out, but PG-13 has always been one of him and CP3. I don't know if it's the acronyms. I don't know what it is, but I gravitate towards those guys. I really, really, really like those guys. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what he has tonight. I'm curious, definitely. Cowboys said love Capella tonight. Yep. Jimmy says stack for baseball, just stack against the Reds. Yeah, that's any O's. Don't tell. There's somebody picked the Orioles. I think it was B. He's not in here tonight. Brian picked the Orioles. I don't know what's going on with that. Or was that Sia? I think Sia picked Sia picked. He's Texans and Orioles. We're gonna have to start talking to him. Those hair products might be getting back into his brain or something. I don't know.
You're gonna be able to stack against my Buccos too, because it's ugly.
When don't you be able to stack against the Pirates, man?
I mean, sometimes we have at least somewhat decent pitching. That's not the case this year.
My God.
Nah, you just trade them all away.
Yeah. You always trade the guys away.
It's enough out of you. I'll go on a 20-minute Jokic rant right now.
All right. I'll stop.
I can't wait till Golden State sweeps him in the first round. So funny.
I don't think sweep, but I mean, listen, I'll be the first one to tell you I would not want to see Golden State if I'm the Nuggets. They will lose.
No, I think Golden State will play. I think Golden State lines up on Utah. They bounce them in 5.
They'll cook
and then
the Jazz.
And then Rudy Gobert gets traded.
Yeah, we talked about that last night. That's definitely going to be a good scenario.
Warriors over Jazz in 5, and then Rudy Gobert gets traded.
Going to be some exciting playoffs, man. Exciting playoffs. And again, we're going to have you covered at windailysports.com. Just check it out, the projections. You'll see them. Make sure you're following us, all social formats. Make sure you're hitting the subscription button, hitting the like button. You know the drill. And as always, sponsored by the Sharp app, your one-stop shop for all things sports betting. Now, boys, let's get the props for profit. We got a couple minutes left. We got a 5-game slate. We're going to get rolling. We get some bets out here. And again, last night, it is, for me personally speaking, kept missing by one here, one there. It happens. I really like this tonight because this goes almost exactly what Adam was saying, right? So you want to get in game shape. And as much as whether we like Doc or we don't like Doc, he's definitely trying to do something. And Shake Milton's been playing more minutes over the last 4 or 5 games. So I'm thinking he's trying to get Shake into that playoff style of rotation. And Shake had a back injury earlier in the year that he's finally starting to feel better from. So again, if you look at it, if he's going to give you 20 to 25 minutes in the playoffs, you're really going to need to insert him in here now. Now, again, he's hit this number 3 out of the last 5, not to write home about, right? You're talking 20, 3, 7, 3, 6. So this is he's a very low number at 5.5. And I expect, even against Detroit, I do think this game, there is some points scored in this game. And I also do think that going down the stretch here, because unfortunately, I hate to say it, but we lost against the teams we should have won against. And now, even though we need to win some games to pick up, because we have 2 more in the hole over Milwaukee, right? So, but I think Doc may start to rest some of these guys. So that's why I like the Shake move. And then I'm going to go big time, like Adam says, pizza bet. I'm going to go this big time shot here. And again, we're going to go PG-13. Now, I know Adam said, and I do agree, Adam, I don't think he's going to shoot the lights out. But I could just see a 3-point barrage tonight in this game, going back and forth with Levine and PG-13. And again, obviously he's going to have to keep working and working and working. And if you look at, I know it's only 1 game back, but he did shoot 9 threes. He's going to shoot a lot of threes, right? So it all depends on, is he going to have the percentage? I think that PG-13, if you want to bet it separately at 4+, I don't know what the number is, but I think the 4+ is where you won't sweat, but you're definitely going to sweat the Levine at 4+. I think he's good for 2, at least 3, and the 4 is going to be that extra, which is why this is such a big plus money bet. So Adam, you go a little 2-pick parlay here. I like this.
Yeah, trying to keep momentum from last night. Bam had me sweating to the very end, but we managed to hit both. ESPN lied to me and said Jokic got a 14th board for a minute, and I got real excited, only to get it taken away. So, but the main things were we hit the bets we needed to hit to have a good night. For me, I mean,
Jokic, but no, I'm sorry.
I mean, he made me money last night. He absolutely dominated. 35, 13, 9. Yeah, he had a real bad game.
How pumped
I'm saying
Indiana
you
came
had him
back
for
down
14 rebounds. He only got 13. That's all.
How pumped were you when Indiana came back into that game after being down by 30?
I figured I'd at least get 3 quarters, and after the first quarter, he was on pace for about 1 billion DK points. So I wasn't too worried at that point.
It's wild.
I was going nuts. It was ridiculous. But anyway, guys that can shoot, especially 3-pointers against the Bucks, they've been this way for a couple years. They always allow a high frequency of 3-pointers. Kyrie's not going to continue to shoot this poorly overall. And even among some struggles, he still hit 4 last game. He's still taking 8, 9, 10 per game. 110s just doesn't make a lot of sense. Monk, 120s, it's a little bit higher than I'd like for a 3-point play, and that's kind of why I parlayed these up. So there's a little bit of safety. There's not the best return for Monk, but who else is shooting on that team tonight? It's Westbrook and Monk, and that's about it. So I feel really comfortable with Monk. Kyrie, like you said, you'll probably need to kind of hope he hits that 4th and hope the game's competitive through the whole game. But even a guy like Kyrie, man, he's capable of just torching a team, any team, from deep at any given moment. So I will gladly put a big wager on each individual and then put the smaller wager on the parlay. Like we do always to manage our bankroll.
It's like you said, it's a great way to get the plus money, right? You minus 120 is not a big number, obviously, but then when you pair it with something that's plus, and you get that plus 285, that's the way you do it, 100%.
And you can definitely look at the Malik Monk 3 ladder like we did on Tuesday as well.
That's
probably
right.
I'd go up to 4 or 5 pretty comfortably.
Yeah, that's a good point. 100%. Ghost. Ross, I mean, I don't know if we even need to say much about this because.
Well, I mean, he's going to triple-double tonight, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
10 plus 10 is more than 13.5.
Yeah, look at that math. You're brilliant. And you're out your boy Brooke.
He is our math guy. He is our math guy.
This makes negative sense. I don't get this. I don't get this number at all. I don't get it. I'm hammering this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he cooked me the other night, so I'm not going to mention nothing about that bastard. We got one more comment here. We got second in Drummond 10.5 points, Monk 18, Beard 22. Wow, look at that. He's breaking them all out. I could definitely see all 3 of them. Maybe Drummond. I don't know. I mean, for points, I always get skeptical, but Monk and Beard, I think, is a lock right there. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, Drummond's they got to keep him on the court with that size that Milwaukee has now with Lopez back playing almost 30 minutes. Like, it kind of sucks for Drummond to defend Lopez because Drummond's not really going to enjoy trying to get out on the perimeter against him.
Exactly.
They desperately need that size on the interior just to rebound, if nothing else. So he'll fall into some points.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. That I'm going to check out what that number is too when we get done. But anyway, listen, 5 games tonight. Everybody get those bets in. You got about 40 minutes before tip off. Make sure you're following in Discord. Make sure you're following on the site, windailysports.com. Make sure you're getting all your updates. As always, tomorrow we'll be back Friday night, Fajita Friday, right, Ghost? Is that what we call it? Fajita Friday. I'm getting all these.
Fajita Friday tomorrow. I'm fired up.
Yeah, man. We definitely, we're going to coast right into the weekend, and I know I'm going to coast right into WrestleMania weekend. I know Adam is as well. So, again,
Final Four this weekend too.
What's that?
Yep.
Final Four this weekend.
Yeah, Final Four. And it's a huge weekend, man.
Yeah.
Huge weekend. So
Duke UNC is going to be a very popular watch this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, make sure that's our PSA talk today. Make sure all your connections are good. Make sure everything is set up for Saturday and Sunday because you're definitely going to need it. But as always, thanks for everybody for supporting and tuning in. We'll catch you right here back tomorrow night, Friday night for the slate, heading into the weekend.